Hey there, Jen McKinnon here, and it's time for another trend roundup from Envato. Today, we're taking a look at motion graphics trends, and all the links to the featured items can be found in the description below. This video is brought to you by Envato Elements, where you can get all the digital assets you need to produce professional motion graphics for your creative projects. Check the link in the description for a special offer from the Envato Elements team to get you started. Let's get into it. First, we're pressing play on mixing media in motion graphics. We're seeing 2D objects being placed in 3D or live action environments and real-life products popping up in animated scenes. It's a technique that allows designers to introduce fantastic elements to everyday activities or display household items against bizarre backgrounds. This Apple commercial is so compelling because of this combination of approaches. As soon as a sunshine yellow iPhone appears, the street scene is immediately transformed, allowing the user to take giant strides around his half-real, half-animated surroundings. Packed with colourful and quirky detail, it's a multi-dimensional, multimedia journey that instantly captures the audience's attention. Collage animation forms part of this trend, with photographs and illustrations being used in the same video, which adds authenticity through its imperfect, organic, and handcrafted look. Similarly, traditional cell animation, which involves handcrafting each frame to create a sequence of images, is also back in fashion, especially when it comes to communicating a sense of simplicity and nostalgia. Add some collage-inspired creativity to your next project using this urban ripped paper opener. Available via Envato Elements, the Mixed Media After Effects template is packed with dynamically animated paper scraps and brushstrokes to add a graffiti meets grunge feel. Discover how mixed media digital collages are having their moment and turn your material into a masterpiece with the best Photoshop templates. We've included a link to our collage trend blog post in the description below. Next, we're up in the air with anti-gravity motion graphics. From hover effects used to emphasize important information to elements that appear to be held up by an unseen force, this trend is about breaking free from constraints and achieving a sense of freedom and escape. Like this science-defying scene that sees a garbage truck literally take off, and a marching band looks like it's suspended in mid-air. This weightless world is designed to communicate the noise-cancelling feature of the latest AirPods Pro by suggesting they offer an elevated escape from the sounds of the city. Get your daily dose with this 3D animation loop that sees roasted beans bursting from a paper cup. It's a great way to add caffeinated creativity to a coffee brand or cafe promotion. Just beautiful. Floating features also have a place in a corporate setting, for example in explainer videos or this website presentation toolkit, which swaps static slides for smooth animation. Showcasing a site's structure and spotlighting specific design elements, animated templates provide the viewer with an immersive, interactive experience. Learn more levitation tricks and add a touch of magic to any product shoot with floating product photography. This trend has really taken off in the past few years, and our blog post offers step-by-step instructions for setting up a shooting space at home or in a studio, as well as a roundup of the top floating product mock-ups from Envato Elements. You'll find a link in the description below. Massive advances in computer-generated animation mean we're increasingly seeing ultra-realistic motion graphics based on live-action scenes. In fact, it seems there's very little that can't be visualized on screen and made to look lifelike, which is great when it comes to product design and promotional videos. You only have to look at this compilation of simulations from Singapore-based Casra Design to see how realistic lighting, dynamic materials, and tactile textures combine to create visuals the viewer feels they could reach out and touch. Dig into the detail with these twisty and turning ropes and stripes that revolve and wind around one another in a highly realistic way. These motion graphics will add visual interest to your video background and are available via Envato Elements. Adding depth, drama, and dynamism, 3D motion graphics will play a starring role on screens around the world this year. Like this example from social media disruptor Dassault. The geometric shapes and squiggly lines that defined 80s design, known as Memphis patterns, are given a modern twist with gradient overlays that add vibrancy to the artwork. Meanwhile, this 3D motion graphic from Korean designer Cozy is full of colourful chaos. Real-life objects merge and mingle with 3D animations as they bump, bounce, and burst around their surroundings. Similarly, a sense of texture infuses these reflective 3D glass animations, which morph from solid to liquid in a continuous loop. It's as though you could reach out and touch them. Make your viewer feel like they're walking through a real-life room with this 3D rendering of a modern apartment. One of many video backgrounds available via Envato Elements, it's ideal if you're looking for interior inspiration and stylish surrounds. Wherever you are on your 3D design journey, Tuts Plus can help. Whether you want to make standout text effects, create realistic textures, or bring everyday objects to life, let our tutorial roundup guide you to the online resource that's right for you. We've included a link in the description below. Made by taking continuous photos of real objects, or clay models in the case of clay motion, stop motion is back in fashion. It's all part of a wider retro-inspired design trend in which a nod to traditional art forms is used to nurture a sense of nostalgia. You can see the trend in action in commercials and explainer videos, and even in feature-length films like Guillermo del Toro's Academy Award-winning Pinocchio. However, in many cases, this form of animation has been given a motion graphics makeover to provide a quicker, cheaper alternative while achieving almost identical results. Like this After Effects fake stop motion test by YouTuber Stefan Walsh that uses paper textures, masks, tints, and the wiggle expression to simulate stop motion imperfections. Embrace the frame-by-frame effect in your work with this scrunched-up paper ball. A stop-motion inspired motion graphic available from Envato Elements, it's perfect for video transitions. While this After Effects template is a one-stop resource for stop-motion statements. Whether you want words spelt out in buttons, coins, gemstones, or fruit. Ready to take things to the next level? This next trend looks at advanced animation techniques, like procedural animation, which relies on mathematics to generate animation automatically in real time. Speeding up the animation process, the scalability and flexibility of procedural animation means it's easy to create eye-catching visuals that can be adapted to different contexts and scenarios. Like this swirling offering from 3D artist Thomas Latvies, who uses the physics simulation tools in Blender to create a tension-grabbing animation. Procedural animation can also be used to create interactive animations, which are triggered by user input or environmental variables. Also part of the advanced animation trend, isometric animation involves building 3D structures on a 2D surface. So it's often referred to as 2.5D animation. Take Slack's 90-second video summary of its State of Work report. Made with a series of stills and animated loops, wooden balls make their way through a maze-like structure of obstacles, and the actions perfectly illustrate each concept as it's introduced by the voiceover. Add a conveyor belt-inspired quirkiness to your work with this isometric phone display. It's an easy-to-use template that's ideal for product identities, promo videos, and corporate presentations. For more animation inspiration, check out our Art of Animation blog post. From when and where to use animation to an exploration of different animation types and a roundup of the top animated elements available on Envato Elements, it's guaranteed to put your creative ideas in motion. Used to create elaborate scenes and highly detailed compositions that celebrate excess, abundance, and a vibrant energy, heavy stroke and maximalist outlines are a simple design element that's being used to stunning effect. Exploding with colour and oversized objects, This 360-degree in-store animation gave customers a wacky welcome as they entered a San Francisco skincare store, while this Coca-Cola advert animates a cubist painting by French painter Arquette for a bold, frame-busting sequence that sees artworks interact with each other in an exhibition space. This bold motion graphics trend is often used to reach new peaks of surrealism, but it has its stylistic roots in larger-than-life cartoon characters, like the dysfunctional cast of the animated sitcom Family Guy. We see that playing out in Nick Cartoon's work, which is available on Envato Elements. From a sheep trying to get some sleep to someone stuck in a scorching desert, these dynamic scenes instantly draw the viewer in. And you can find this collection of animations in the description below. Taking a more minimalist approach, outlines are a huge part of the organic graphic design trend. Take a look at our Back to Basics blog post and start using curvy, imperfect line work to represent natural forms today. This next trend exists to cut through crowded and competitive marketplaces. Brands are increasingly leveraging the power of animation and motion graphics to enhance their identity, amplify their voice, and add visual interest to their marketing campaigns. Animated logos can be used to build a relationship with the customer, like Pixar's cute production logo featuring a hopping desk lamp, as well as convey what a company is all about. FedEx's speedy shape-shifting logo moves from parcel to plane to demonstrate its express international delivery service. Then there's Netflix's instantly recognisable bright red N, which symbolises passion and energy before expanding to reveal a vertical spectrum of colours, which might just represent storylines. Beyond logos, the rise of animated branding means motion is increasingly being added to brand communication assets. Forget about linear storyboards, we're seeing a lightly animated and conceptual approach in the form of short loops, like these pen-wielding robot arms that represent the digital to analog letter writing service offered by Handwritten. Whether you're a filmmaker, motion designer, videographer, or graphic designer, you need a logo that communicates your creativity. So check out this design-focused animation from Envato Elements. And keep an eye on emerging trends to ensure your visuals are always fresh, fun, and engaging. Our blog post sees Envato specialists and leading industry experts share their branding predictions. Motion graphics is one of the many areas where AI is having a huge impact, shortening production timelines and supporting designers to discover new and innovative ways of working, like this awesome human meets machine video animation, which was created by inputting a text prompt into the AI modeling tool Disco Diffusion. AI editing tools can also simplify complex processes and save time spent on post-production, like online video editor Runway, where you can remove people and objects from your video using inpainting. It's also easy to mask moving objects in order to remove or replace backgrounds, or simply set them on a transparent layer. You can also color grade your clips with a simple description, track the motion of an object automatically with just one click, and remove background noise with the Clean Audio tool. We've already mentioned the text to color grade tool, and it's just one of many AI-generated tools currently available that allow users to make videos by inputting words and phrases. For example, presentations are made possible with Deep Brain, where you select a hyper-realistic avatar and automatically generate a script. Or you could build an animation frame by frame using Deforum. Remember, this technology is rapidly developing, so keep up to date with new releases to ensure you're benefiting from all the advantages offered by AI. That does it for the motion graphics trends you'll see this year. If this video was helpful, don't forget to like it below so we know to keep producing more content like this. And subscribe to the Envato YouTube channel to stay up to date with our latest content. Have your say and tell us what trends you'd like us to profile next in the comments below, and hit the Envato blog for more trends and tips. That's all for now, but if you're keen to stick around, click the thumbnail at the top right of your screen for more trends, or hit the one at the bottom right of your screen to watch the next Envato video selected just for you. See you next time.